This is going to be the Frogger tutorial where we will be making a Frogger type game using Scratch. Now, right off the bat, this is probably going to be a long one. It might even consist of 2 videos because these things max out at 15 minutes. Second of all, I didn't go through this on my own because of how much time it would take. I'm just going to try to go through it now. So if I make a mistake, I'll fix it. And you'll just, make probably the same mistake I make and fix it as well, which is good. We all learn from our mistakes. So the first thing we're going to do is get, there's so much stuff to do. I don't really have an order I want to go in, but I'm going to create the frog. Why not? So we're going to go to costumes. I'll try to use all costumes from Scratch and backgrounds so that there are, nobody, we don't have to waste time on the internet. Do they have a frog? Yeah, baby. Alright, we got our frog. We don't need a cat. No. We'll get rid of him. Let's call this guy Frog. So, he's too big. Let's go up here to Shrink Sprite and minimize him. Probably still too small. Or big, I guess. Why not? That'll work. Remember, you're doing everything I'm doing. That includes this save right now. Save as, you got Scratch projects in your documents, your last name, first initial, and then how about Frogger? And it'll change up there, guys. It'll be Frogger, yours will be whatever your last name is. Subert J. Frogger. Okay. So we got a nice frog over here. First we're going to have to get him to move. And again, this is going to be a long one. Controls. We got the frog, we're on scripts. We're going to do Win space key press, but we're going to do up arrow. Move. Well, actually, point in direction up and move 10 steps. Now, we're going to right click, duplicate. We're going to do down arrow, point in direction down. Right click, duplicate. Win. Right arrow, point in direction right. Right click, duplicate. Left arrow, point in direction left. What that does is now we have this lovely Frogger who can move in all directions with the arrow keys. I don't like how he gets all upside down, so I'm going to switch that. I switch that by going up here to only face left to right. Now he will just he's stationary for the most part. He kind of moves left to right if you see his elbows or something. And I did some work. I'm saving it, right? Now, once I already do file save as, I can just do save. It's a quick save. So we have our Frogger. He's moving. Wonderful. Let's go ahead and get a little background, shall we? So let's go click on Stage. Go to Backgrounds. We'll go to Import. See if there's anything worthy in the Nature department. I'm not loving it. Hey. How about the outdoors? A road might work. Like Route 66. That'll be our go-to if we don't see anything 10 times better. Let's just go to it. Actually, I like this. City with water. Alright, our Froggers, he's going to be just hopping across this city. He's also going to have the ability to fly. No problem. So we can get rid of this background one. So we got our background right here, city with water, and we got our frog. Next, what we're going to have to do is we are going to have to paint a new sprite, and it'll be over here. It's going to be our winning thing. So, for this new sprite, or actually, you know what, I got a better idea. Let's go ahead and cancel. And we're just going to go here to choose new sprite from file. And what do frogs like? How about like some kind of food? Let's go to maybe things. Frogs like cheesy puffs. Alright, so we're going to import the cheesy puffs. We're going to shrink them down over here. If the frog gets to the cheesy puffs, he or she, depending on if your frog's a girl or a guy, will win. And by the way, you can edit the frog if you go to costumes, edit. You know, you want to like make it a she, or a guy with long purple hair. Be my guest. All right. So I got my lovely frog here, and that's going to be my winning thing. So since that's my winning thing, I'm going to go to Sprite 1 and I type cheese. Cheese is good. Now, what I'm also going to do is click on stage, click on backgrounds, and I'm going to paint a new background. I'm going to go to paint. And I'm going to type, go to text, I'm going to type winner. Okay? So therefore, we will know this will be my winning background. And I'm just going to go ahead and fill this with, I don't know, what's a good winning color? Green? Green means go or something? That's black. Okay, whatever. Green will be my winning background. It's going to just pop up if I win. Let me make a losing background. Paint. Losing, usually red's bad. Okay, I'll type like, you have lost. So you're doing this as well. This might be a 2-day thing. So we have 3 backgrounds. That's all we'll have for this game. Oops. We always want this background to be the start. And we're going to start when we click this green flag. So what we need now in the scripts on the stage will be a control. When clicked, looks, switch to background, city with water. So even if we're on this background and I click this flag, boom, it'll go to our game where, you know, this is where we're going to play. Next, we're going to want this frog to have some lives so that this game will have a purpose. So let's click on variables, make a variable, and we're going to title it lives. Press OK. It gives us these new scripts. Now we want our frog to start with 3 lives. So when clicked, we're going to bring in another. When clicked, set lives to, and we'll type in there 3. Boom. We've done a lot. Let's save. I don't know when 15 minutes will be up. Probably not for another 10 or so. It doesn't warn me. So it's just going to stop the video. And then again, you'll have to start on the next one. So we have lives. How do we lose a life? Well, we need some bad guys. Frogger's going to be a dodging ships and planes. How about? So we'll go ahead and choose a new sprite from file. I don't know why that's not working. That back. It should. Transportation. Let's get a yacht. Okay. So this yacht, it's too big. Make it a little bit smaller. For this game, we'll make like 3 bad guys, because we're going to make this game easy. You can make yours 10 times harder and all that. So with this, we'll call him Bad Boat number 1. So Bad Boat number 1. Now with this guy, we want him to just, or her, whatever, to just move up and down like this so the frog has to avoid it. We're going to go to control. When clicked, we want to point in direction up. What that means is now if it moves, it'll be moving up. And then we want it to forever move 10 steps and if on the edge bounce. So it'll just go like that. If we want it to not be so skinny, we can move the only face left to right. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Why not? If it's going too fast, we can slow it down with the steps. If it's going too slow, we can speed it up. Let's keep it at 10. That seems fine to me. And that'll happen again when we click the green flag. That's actually all we need on that guy or girl. So let's go ahead and create 3 bad people. Let's do another one. We'll go to choose sprite from file. Let's let's do an airplane. Again, make this smaller, maybe put them right there. I call it bad plane number 1. So with this, we can actually just right click, duplicate all this script, and then go over and move it over to the plane, and it'll put it. We're basically putting the same exact, scripts in the plane. And again, I'll just move it like that. Now we don't want them to be so close to each other. So how about that? That's a little better. We'll get one more bad thing that we're going to have to dodge. So I'll choose a new sprite from file. What else goes in water? Tugboats? Nah, sailboat. We'll make it small. Too big. For me, at least. Put it over here. Again, I'm just going to and I'll just go bad boat number 2. Bad boat number 2. And I'm just going to copy the script again. Right click, duplicate, move it over to the boat. There you go. So we have our game pieces. This one, whatever, we can leave it going that. Well, let's stay the same. So there we go. So the frog's going to try to avoid those things. We still have a lot to do, because right now if the frog hits those things, nothing happens. Alright? And it doesn't lose a life. So we got to set a lot of stuff with this frog here. So let's go click back on the frog. This stuff I'm just going to move down, so I don't need to use it right now. It's there. We should never have to touch it again. One thing, I always want this frog to start right here. If you notice over here, the X and the Y's move wherever I am. Right now the frog is at X negative 202 and Y negative 14. So when clicked, I want okay. I want when clicked, go to this spot. So even if like the frog dies over here or something, it'll always start over there. Now let's go ahead and set it to where it'll lose a life if it hits these things. So the bad boat number 1 we'll start with. When clicked, forever if touching bad boat number 1, we are going to go back to that spot. So go to change lives by -1, and we'll wait 1 second. And we are actually going to do this for bad boat 1, bad boat 2, and bad plane 3. So I have to right click, duplicate, change it to bad boat number 2. Right click, duplicate, change it to bad plane number 3. Now I know, lots and lots of scripts. I'm going to try to get them all down here so I guess we can see. But just so you know, this frog's going to have all kinds of them. So here's the movement ones. Here are the ones. That's the one that starts him off where he wants to go. These are the ones that make it where if he touches these people, like this thing, boom, he will lose a life. And there. Now we have not set it to where if he gets to 0, he will die. He can now have negative lives. That's fine. We'll do that in a minute. Okay, we're well on our way. A little bit of save action. So with this lives equals 0, we want it to be if lives equals 0, he'll die, and it'll pop up this loser background. You have lost. So in order to do that, and we can do this in the stage or the frog script. It does not matter. I'm just going to do it on the stage script because, I don't know, the other one's getting crowded. When clicked, forever if. Then we go to operators. Get the one that says blank equals blank. and we go to variables. We're going to bring in this lives. If lives equal